This press conference is on the happenings in Bayelsa State, which is troubling, and it becomes very necessary for the PDP to alert the nation and the international community. So the test of this press conference is this. The PDP condemns APC invasion, killing in Opu-Nembe, Bayelsa State. We've called you here today to alert Nigerians and the international community of the All Progressive Congress resort to violent attacks on communities in Bayelsa State for rejecting its candidate in the November 11, 2023 governorship election, the immediate past Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Chief Timipri Silva. The PDP, in the strongest terms, condemns the invasion, killing, and maiming of innocent citizens of Bayelsa State communities, particularly Opu-Nembe, in Nembe local government area by thugs, allegedly recruited, sponsored, and armed by Chief Timipri Silva. It is clear that the intention of the APC in this invasion and killing in Nembe is to intimidate and instill fear in the people so as to prevent them from freely exercising their democratic right to vote a governor of their choice, having realized that there is no way their candidate, Chief Timipri Silva, can win in a peaceful, free and fair election in Bayelsa State. The PDP is alarmed by pictorial and video evidence of the gruesome murder of promising Nembe youths, including the only son of a widow by the APC thugs, allegedly led by one Kojo Sam, who on February 15, 2023, killed 3 youths in the bid to subdue the community for openly expressing their rejection of Chief Silva for neglecting and unleashing violence on their communities over the years. Reports in the public domain have it that the thugs are usually lodged in a hotel allegedly owned by Chief Timipri Silva's ally, from where the assailants periodically launch gun attack on the communities for rejecting the APC. Nigerians have already seen the videos of Opu-Nembe women crying, protesting the invasion and killing in the community by the thugs while insisting on their resolve not to support Chief Timipri Silva for unleashing terror on their community every election cycle. This recourse to violence is reported to be a consistent pattern by Chief Silva, who was alleged to have engaged in such heinous activity in previous elections in Bayelsa State, including the 2019 governorship election, when similar violence was allegedly unleashed by his thugs on the peace-loving people of Nembe with the connivance of certain high-level security operatives. We ask, what manner of desperation will lead an individual to resort to killing his own kinsmen for rejecting him and his bid for an illusory political ambition? The PDP is greatly disturbed by the reported connivance of certain security operatives in these attacks on Nembe. Of particular concern is the report that these thugs adorn military attires to carry out their evil deeds, as evidenced in the video of one of the thugs, Telimoye Awululu, who was captured wearing uniform from the military. Recently, a policeman and a civil defense personnel were reportedly arrested at a military checkpoint in Otakeme in Ogwea local government of the state, allegedly accompanying armed men to Nembe. There are already allegations in the public space that some high-ranking police personnel are aiding this reprehensible scheme to use violence to forcefully gain control of Opu-Nembe so as to grant the APC the ground to massively rig the November 11, 2023 government election in that area. Chief Timipri Silva ought to have realized that he is fighting a lost battle, as no amount of violence can subdue the will of the people of Opu-Nembe and Bayelsa State in general to massively vote for Governor Dore Diri, who remains a bastion of hope and development in Bayelsa State, and for which he has earned the sobriquet of Miracle Governor. Bayelsans are firmly behind Governor Diri and are able, ready, and willing to resist the APC by overwhelmingly voting for him and defending their vote to the very end. On this resolve, there is no going back. The PDP, therefore, in very strong terms, cautions Chief Timipri Silva to stop pushing his kinsmen, the people of Opu-Nembe, to the wall and taking their peaceful and law-abiding disposition as a sign of weakness or cowardice. Our party calls on the Inspector General of Police to immediately wade into the situation in Nembe and indeed Bayelsa State. The IGP should, as a matter of urgency, launch an investigation into the alleged connivance of certain police officials in the invasion and killing in Opu-Nembe. The PDP also urges the IGP to invite Chief Timipri Silva for questioning, as well as investigate the petition already filed to his office by the people of Nembe with a view to apprehending the thugs and killers who unleashed mayhem on the community recently. In any case, the PDP counsels Chief Timipri Silva to know that it is not too late for him to withdraw from the race, having clearly read the handwriting of his rejection and imminent defeat ahead of the November 11, 2023 governorship election in Bayelsa State. The PDP charges the people of Bayelsa State, and especially the courageous people of Opu-Nembe, to remain calm but alert in their resolve to resist the APC and its candidate, Chief Timipri Silva, and ensure that their state remains safe and continue to prosper under Governor Dore Diri and the PDP. Thank you, gentlemen of the press, for listening. This statement is very clear. What we have said is to call for investigation, and evidence is not just what I say, it's what is in the public domain. There are pictures, there are videos, there are confessional statements, there are women of Nembe protesting, and I think the police probably have not looked at that. That's why we're calling for a thorough investigation, that they should look into all those snippets of information and those little bits, apart from the fact, number one, that they even admitted there was invasion. The police said there was an invasion. I'm not sure you can invade Nembe without guns. It takes people who knows about the gun to invade a community like that. And we are saying that in view of this revelation, which the police have confirmed by the statement you said they've issued, I have not seen that statement. What it means is that we need more investigation so we know where the evidence leads. And these are reports, not just by the PDP. In 2019, there were reports of people killed in this same local government, in this same community. And coincidentally and painfully so, that is the community of Chief Timipri Silva. And that should be troubling to anybody. Even for him, it should be troubling that every time his own community becomes a sore point in every election cycle. The women in Nembe had protested. There have been petitions addressed by the people of the community to the IGP. All we're calling for, sir, is for that investigation to be concluded, and let's see where the facts lead. That's what we have done. And I think that might partly answer the question you raised, arise. The fact that in the past, we have records of this. In 2019, we have this violence. And there were allegations by the same Chief Timmy Priscilla, then as Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, of having been fingered, allegedly, in those operations. In one of those accusations, and it is for him now, it's in the public domain, for him to come forward and come clean. It is alleged that those thugs are always housed and quartered in a hotel owned by his ally. He has a responsibility of a public officer, as somebody who is offering himself for an election, which of course he will lose, to come forward and speak to this allegation. So all we're asking for, sir, is there are allegations in the public domain, there are pictorial evidence, there are video evidence, and he's been fingered in it. The complaint by the women and the protest by the women, they specifically mentioned his name. So if those allegations are in the public domain, he has a duty to answer to that and speak to that. And that's what we have just done, sir. So we hear something, we are saying something that is not proper, and we're saying something. It is for the IGP now to step up the plate and do that which is right in the public interest, and particularly since we are expecting to have election in November.